Wah. Okay, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna close this. So I'm starting today's session a little differently. You might notice the, oh my god, Fern, subscribing at tier 1 already. Damn, what a way to start the stream. But, so firstly, before, we start today's stream, you might notice that I didn't have the starting soon screen for as long as usual. That's because I've got to discuss a few things before we start session. Number one, I know it's Halloween. Ooh, spooky. I know I normally like to do streams for Halloween. Sorry, Fern. I meant to say Fern. Your username's still the other one. So, I know usually I like to do Halloween themed streams and whatnot, but that won't be happening today. This is more of a lighthearted thing. I will be doing a Halloween stream, but it will be this Friday, and it will also be D&D related. It will be spooky. Woo! Anyways, the more serious thing I need to go over, I won't be saying why, but you'll notice that we are down a party member. I know this has happened a lot of times in the realm of Renovamen, and the reason being is, I will just put this bluntly, online friends that you make are a gamble. That's not what happened with this one, but things come out about people, you don't want them in your D&D campaign anymore, and especially in a campaign that you've worked on for a very long time and has now been going on for almost a year, by the way. But regardless, whether or not you figure out who it is, I don't care. I've already asked the party not to bring this up, and I ask, we as a viewership, however many of you there are, we don't bring it up. I know it's a big thing to just cut right out of the story, and I was very nervous to even do this session today because of it, but I think I'm trying my best, and I can't help it if things go wrong, and there's been a lot of character cuts within ROR, I know already, but regardless, point being, let's not talk about it. It didn't happen, lol, who cares? Don't pay any mind to it. We should be fine. No big continuity errors, I think, are going to occur with them out of the picture. With that, though, and enough of my fucking yapping, enough of where the fuck is the Discord overlay? Oh my god. Is it not there? Are you joking? Ugh. Discord stream kit. Time to fucking get on that Discord stream kit overlay. Time to go install for OBS. Voice widget server. Unless it's working and I'm just going insane. I'm going to click back and I'm going to see it's there. Nope. Okay. Server. Game time. There we go. Browser source. Browser source. Speaking false. There you go. Boom. Fuck! Shit. Okay. Oh, wait. No. There it is. Okay. Whew. That was bad. That almost could have been bad. Anyways. Jump scare.
Character intros.
Not what?
That was my stream. What the hell?
No, it's not your
So
stream.
you're welcome.
No, you said jump scare. I said that was from my stream.
Oh. Let me just a second. Let me just hold on. This is not what.
Welcome right now. I'm kidding.
I'm trying to get the music on. Before I fully start the session. I'm the number one. I don't know what's going on anymore. Anyways, fucking 1, 2, 3 seconds. Oh, that's another ad. Oh my god, the 1 million year. I've been sentenced to the 1 million year ad dungeon.
If you want a break from the ad.
No, I would love a break from the ads.
Just subbed.
The game time channel isn't even in the. Anyways, from where we last left off, and this is a recap for everybody else. From where we last left off, you all had finally escaped. Hold on, I'm trying to get it like right on the cusp. There we go. You all had just escaped the depths of Renovamen, a massive network of underground caves, structures, and ruins of old that you were trapped in by A1 Nefarious Darius. I did not mean to make that rhyme.
Was he really called Darius the Nefarious?
No, but that wording happened to mix together. The fucking
Notorious.
spectator chat isn't working. Chat, this is not real. Spectator chat, not real. Darius, though, to put it simply, framed your arrest after you all got stuck in the Eversnow for a week due to time dilation. Ebwin still has no fucking clue what's happening, poor Ebwin. But Darius staged your arrest, shoved you into the depths, and now, finally, you've escaped through the elevator in Steelixen, which spat you out into an unknown pyramid in seemingly the middle of the desert. That would be the only place you'd think a pyramid of sandstone and marble may be. Sorsen was there too, banging on the door since it had just recently shut, behind him as Shiro was shoved outside. Sorsen was is stuck in the pyramid with you all, and you had to make your way up the pyramid in order to not confront, but ask the mummy lord who manages the pyramid very nicely to open the door to allow you to leave. You made it past a strange puzzle which used music notation in order to spell out words that decided the order of pressure plates that needed to be pressed in order to open the door to the Mummy Lord's chambers, the very tip of the pyramid. The three of you and Sorsen have now gone up to the Mummy Lord's chambers or tomb, which is where we will start this session. As you all walk up the spiral staircase hidden behind the sealed door within the pyramid, you see a room smaller than the other two. You notice the rooms were getting progressively smaller as you scaled your way up the pyramid stairs. This room is the smallest of them all, seemingly right at the direct tip of the pyramid. The roof is almost enclosing, sure, with the roof all coming to a tip right at the top of the room. The room isn't flat with a roof like the previous floor. Braziers line the left and right wall with lights aflame as you walk in, and other than the shiny marble floor you've come to know this pyramid's for, and the pyramid's strange design choice behind it, you see in front of you a massive casket. It's ornate, it's golden. Even it's got gems inlaid into the coffin. It glitters in the little bit of light that you can see within this room. And on a plaque on the front of it, as you walk in, is listed Mayor Tutankhamun. Seemingly this man wasn't a king that Sorsen made him out to be, but regardless, you are now all within this room, and you gotta wake that guy up to get out of here. What will you all do?
Am I gonna have to be the one that comments on the fact that that's just Team Tut?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I mean, Concordia is not eager to stir a ghost from its slumber, so she's just kind of like gesturing the fort towards the thing. Just like, I mean, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, so there's two other people that aren't me.
I'm not doing it.
I've always believed in a woman's right to choose. I'm supporting Lee Peters.
Shut up.
Sorsen has always believed.
I have always believed in a woman's right to choose, but I can't let that ad play, or it would dox the guy who's playing me.
Look, Ford. Case in point is, I'm not doing it. I'm never gonna ask.
I'm not awakening a mummy
magic guy over there to do anything for us. And,
magic guy. Okay.
well, Edwin's still new. Don't ask too much of her just yet.
I mean, yeah. Who are you? I'm sorry. I don't think I've actually met this Ford.
A long story, pal. You don't want to get into it.
Right.
I'm just gonna start walking up to the tomb.
All right. As you walk towards the tomb, you hear sounds begin to silence around you, and as you get within another 5 feet of the tomb, you can't hear anything.
Oh, great.
and nobody can hear
Yeah.
anything you say. There's a field of
Really?
silence around the tomb.
Well, I fucking envy.
It's awful quiet.
I guess I'm gonna have to get up like next to it.
All right, you're walking up, right? Basically, just like right up next to it.
Yeah, to the side of it. Yeah.
All right, you walk up to the side of the lid with no sound exiting from the ground as you make your way up to it. It's inlaid with gems and gold, and as if you reach out to even pick one of the gems off of the off of the coffin, you feel a very just as you reach toward it, you feel a very dark energy about each of the gems upon the coffin.
Maybe this is not the best idea. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Sorry, that was the wrong voice. Wow.
No worries.
You wanna run that one by me again, kiddo?
I said maybe this isn't the best idea.
Well,
I mean, it's either this or we're stuck in the pyramid. I don't really see any other options.
you got a better idea, kid. It's kind of now or never.
Okay, you don't
I
get
mean,
to.
I did just learn that this one is working for the person that you guys are going after, so
And I'm pretty sure I just-
locked in here.
I'm pretty sure I just learned by looking at this tiefling, that I'm definitely older than you, so you don't get to call anybody who's my friend kid.
Right, yeah. No,
Right,
you
yeah,
are
okay, whatever.
a lot older than me, aren't you?
That is a fair point, though.
Everyone's snickering.
Oh, please. I'm already bald, and you're over here with a full,
You're,
luscious head of hair. You're telling me you're
a
older
sorcerer,
than me?
right?
What does that have to do with anything? Sorsen seems to get
Well, I mean-
really defensive when you ask him this question. You just
I mean,
notice it
you'd-
immediately.
You'd have to be a sorcerer because you clearly don't have the intelligence to be a wizard.
Excuse me, I will have you know that up until recently, I taught many students several different spells, including this one right here. I taught them a lightning bolt spell, which they couldn't even... I'm sorry, Edwin, I'm being brutally honest here. You wouldn't have been able to conjure that if I hadn't shown you the proper incantation. I'm just being brutal here.
Sorry?
Well, to be fair, you would have probably accidentally cast Shocking Grasp. They're very two similar spells. Still, though, I am much smarter than you ever could possibly dream of being. Please.
Alright, princess, if that's your you want to think.
Do not fucking... Actually, Princess is a better title than the other name, so...
Yeah, what other name?
The one you called me rudely upon ascending from the depths? Do you even
What,
know how
Eric?
long it's been you've been down there?
Is Erica, but she's spot for you.
Okay, fine, asshole. Maybe I'll wait to tell you how long you were down there. And he crosses his arms and turns toward Ford, looking at the coffin.
Oh no, you're telling me I've been away from my home for a significant period of time? I couldn't imagine.
Boo-hoo, what are you, 5? Get over it.
Yeah. I haven't been around here too long. You know, the whole Renovamen scene is kind of new to me.
Oh, really? What a fucking shocker.
Yeah.
Actually, that is kind of a shocker. Another foreigner within the group of you is... Ugh.
Sorsen doesn't
She's not a
know.
foreigner. Neither of them are.
Oh,
By
really?
the way, Source and Fear and Sanity, I wouldn't check the, if they still exist, of course, the, old list of names from the Wizard Coalition.
What Wizard Coalition?
Oh, you are such a little kid, huh?
What? Oh, fuck you!
You got no sense of history
Did
about
you
this
get
place.
into any of your studies?
I didn't... I was on a path to evocation. I wasn't going to become a historian. I paid attention in the classes that counted, and look at me now.
Did
Well,
you say
few
evocation or failure? I couldn't quite tell apart.
Evocation, as in the spells that fucking explode. And if we weren't in such a tight room right now, a spell that would explode you.
The only thing you're evoking in me, kiddo, is pity.
That's not even how you use that fucking word! Evocation, not invocation! Those are two very different things!
I'm pretty sure I said evoke.
No, you did. Oh my. No, I'm better than this. I am not going to become enraged by such
I think
a.
Concordia did say that.
I'm
I
better than
wildly
this.
disagree that you're better than this.
Oh my fuck. No, no. He
Edwin,
turned. Go on.
go ahead.
No, you.
I was gonna say Edwin's just kind of like shuffling up next to Ford, and like she kind of has like her arms wrapped around herself a little bit. Whatever the thing that Sorsen said kind of really fucking hurt. She's not handling it well.
As you step closer to Ford, you notice as the entire kind of area around you begins to quiet as you slowly get closer. But then finally, as you step within a radius around the sarcophagus. Sorry. Everything around you goes quiet, and you can't even hear Ford.
Oh, so we can't hear each other.
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
It's like the silence spell.
Great.
So Ford, now the big question: what are you doing as everyone comes closer?
I think Ford's kind of just like he's like, do I? Don't I? Do I really want to?
To Edwin, this sounds like
Nice.
What if you just did the not come
Nice.
through?
no, I didn't say
That's the
anything. I
joke.
didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Well, you've done that before. And it
Oh.
Yeah, it's happened before where you said something and you're like, it says this and it's nothing. Fuck, where's a coin?
Oh,
There's
I
two
need
different ways I'm gonna go at this.
That's a good reminder. I need a dice.
Alright, Ford's gonna knock on it.
You're knocking on it. Okay. You give the top of the coffin. Sorry, I'm trying to close my fucking dice container. There we go. You give the coffin a nice knock. And on the third knock, you distinctly hear a knock on the coffin as the silence around the coffin dissipates. And you see as the lid of the sarcophagus begins to rumble and shake. The gold on the sarcophagus seems to almost darken as you do this. Nothing happens immediately, but it begins to rumble for about the next 6 seconds, increasing in speed with each second. Do you do anything within this time?
It's the instinctiveness of it rumbling that's taking me out of it. Ford's gonna grab, like, you know how, like, you grab, like, you have two fingers and you just grab the back of someone's shirt and just tug them backwards?
Mm-hmm. Just
Ford's
tugging.
basically doing the same thing to Edwin, just to, like, tug both of them back. So that way, in case this thing just blows the fuck up.
Alright. Edwin, are you
This-
gonna... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go in.
I was gonna say, the silence is still persisting around this thing. It's happening, right?
No. As it begins to rumble, the silence dissipates.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
That's it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm far enough away, you know.
Okay,
Got
okay.
nothing-
Yeah, you're lucky!
So, Edwin, are you resisting, or are you just letting Ford tug you back?
No, I'm letting Ford. Yeah, Evan's letting Ford tug her back.
Alright, you both get far enough away, but as the rumbling increases, you see a hand punch upward, and the coffin lid goes
That's exactly
flying
what
into the ceiling and lands directly next to the coffin lid. You see as this lid slowly begins to, or not the lid, as this hand slowly puts its hand on the other side of the coffin. Another hand, like, what's the word? Thrusts out of the coffin, putting its hand on the other end, and you
Yeah,
see
there you go.
slowly rising a mummy lord, dressed in this breastplate fitted for a king. It's golden and glittering. He's even wearing a circlet upon his head with a massive sapphire in it. And you hear a raspy, "Who dares just..." Sorry, my throat's not very clear in the middle of the night. What the fuck do you want? Business hours are over. Why are you in here? It rubs its neck, as if though it was just clearing its throat. But it sounds much less threatening, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Blame the
to
bald
attack
one.
You. What?
That one. He's putting right behind him. To Sorsen.
He rises slowly out of the coffin, and you see him shaking and wobbling. This, you know what? No, roll me insight.
Me?
Everybody who's looking at him.
Fuck. Let me find my.
Insight. I probably have a shit. That's not bad. It's an 18.
Sorry, I'm rolling for Sorsen too.
But here is my insight. There it is.
He's there.
That's a 6.
Oh god.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
Concordia. I was gonna ask.
Hold on.
Holding!
I'm
Holding!
I'm taking but insight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
24.
Wow!
Ford, Concordia, and Sorsen see as this man shakily gets up out of the sarcophagus. He looks like an old man. Whatever power this mummy lord possessed.
This is a mummy in Zombie Side. He looks old.
Well,
No.
most mummies that you can at least think of in legend seem to move with at least some kind of youthful energy. They aren't definitely shaking, because being an undead usually doesn't mean your bones or muscles hinder your movement. Concordia, you'd know this especially. But you see as he shakily gets up, whatever power this mummy had, he's definitely not planning to use it on you, as this is like a grumpy old man version of a mummy. Ebwin, you see this motherfucker start to get up, and you don't know what he's about to do, but this is a mummy that you've just disturbed in its tomb. Uh-oh, to say the least.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What do you all do as he slowly gets up like an old fucking man?
Nothing.
Concordia is looking at him.
Edwin's trying to tug Ford away.
What do you... What? It's
you
like...
just,
It's an old man.
I'm
yes,
not...
and we just disturbed his sleep.
Oh, no.
Okay, you all disturb my sleep all the time, and I don't really complain that much.
She is glaring daggers at him.
40, normally it's your nightmares that disturb your sleep, not
Oh,
us.
fuck off.
Sorry, again, you're in my bedroom and in my place of business that you shouldn't be in. Did you get locked in?
Yes. We got locked in.
Oh, this happens all the time, especially to him. He's always here late at night doing weird shit. I'm not doing anything here late at night. Right.
That's...
Okay. He
I
walks...
didn't know you were into old men.
Both of them look at you, and the mummy doesn't say anything, but Sorsen just looks at you with a look of disgust and goes, I'm not into anyone at all, actually. Thank you.
Listen, just saying, it's kind of weird to be in an old man's bedroom all the time.
I'm not in his bedroom all the time. Most of the time, I just spend the night in here and just sleep on the floor.
That's...
I'm not.
Edwin is raising her
good.
eyebrows.
Okay, no,
Hey.
in the
We've got
first
too much
floor
of
where
this.
you
Let us
found me. The only reason tonight is any different is because Shiro is out there in the desert, and you know, it's not very good to be out in the desert compared to in a pyramid shielded from harm, if that makes any sense. I'm not sleeping with the mummy. The mummy interjects this with, my organ stopped working years ago, so that's not even possible.
Everyone
get used to it.
For telling us.
Everyone just starts choking, like on laughter.
Thank you.
Oh,
for just-
please. You
know
haven't
what?
even known me to sleep with anyone, and this is... Okay, it's a little funny.
It's a little funny.
I'll give you that one. It's a little funny. But I don't sleep with old men. God.
That's such a... What?
Sleep with anyone, thank you. He adjusts his robe very angrily.
Oh, trust me, I'm aware.
Oh, he grumbles inaudibly as the Mummy Lord walks over to one of the braziers, reaches into the fire, and without any kind of like wincing of pain, pulls out a small, it looks like a key of escape that, Ford, you've seen before as Faith, but it's not the same. And there's he clicks on the eye a bit, and you hear a rumbling from downstairs as something slides open, seemingly the pyramid door. I've opened the door for the next few minutes. It's probably long enough for you to get downstairs, but I'll hit the button again in case something goes wrong. Do you need anything else while you're here?
I would hope not.
Well, that's...
I don't believe so.
I just, I thought you meant, like, death lilies, I thought you were here to purchase something, but alas,
This is a store?
Well, no, I have some off-the-book dealings. The dwarves don't know about them. In death, you learn a way to cultivate many sort of plants. In my coffin. Don't go sniffing in there.
So you sell...
Poison! Drugs!
I was gonna say flowers.
Well, drugs is a very general
Closed.
word. Medicine. Medicine and poison. Don't sniff the coffin. The combination of fumes will kill you. It doesn't
Oh man,
kill
there
me.
goes my plan of
Oh,
sniffing your
Sorcerer, get up there.
I'm not going in there. Let the man get his
Oh,
sleep.
you're in there enough. It's fine.
Let the man get his sleep in there anyway. We might... Shiro's still outside, and I don't know if he's still there or stabbed to death. I would like to check, thank you.
I'm cackling.
Devin, did you just try to say something?
What? Sorry, no.
Well,
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
probably me trying to pick up my dice.
Oh. Sorsen, after saying this, though, walks over to the stairs and looks to all of you and just asks, Are you coming or not? I was under the assumption you wanted to see the surface world. Again.
Yes, we'll be right.
Good. Sorsen walks down the stairs and leaves you all to follow him suit, but the old mummy man's still up. If you all want to talk to him.
I mean, what was his name again? Like,
Tutankhamun.
something?
Tutankhamun.
No, Tutankhamun.
Oh, Tutankhamun.
Yeah. He's a
So
mayor.
not King Tut.
He's not
The
even a
Tut for
king.
short, right?
So Tut.
He's not
Or
even a
two.
king.
So King Two. So Mayor Two.
No. What? Oh my god.
He's not Tutankhamun.
Why are we debating over his name?
Well, it can't be Tut because there's already
Do we know?
King Tut.
Do we know it in character? We do, right?
Yeah, it was on a plaque in front of his coffin as you all came in.
King Tui.
I mean, is there anything we could get out of this guy information-wise? I doubt it.
Oh, I have info if you want it.
Well, what kind of info you got?
Well, mainly gossip among the dwarves. I actually can hear almost anything they say from downstairs. A lot of them have been talking about a Gramishka infestation within Manmatica. That's a pretty nasty one for any casters or...
What?
The Gramishka infestation.
I fought
The
for
little
abortion
evil
rights, so
bald
my
cats.
family can make-
They eat magic and people. Sometimes both.
You know, this is why you don't live in Magmatica.
What would you know about Manmatica? Anyways, what else? Flumen's pretty fucked up. That's it,
Sounds
not my
about right.
words. Flumen's been almost damn near destroyed by Consuenian, invasion for the past few days. It's not been good.
So I was retaliating?
And it's been about 2 weeks since the Renovamenian heroes went missing. It's crazy
Well,
that
fuck.
the church party's been talking about it a lot, and they've all been saying how they've continued on their quest to find Mortiferum, but they seem to have no luck, really. Personally, I know that Darius fucker, and he genuinely doesn't seem like the type to get shit done, if that makes sense.
At least we can agree on something.
He's an old crotchety asshole who's stuck in his ways. There's nothing about him that's any kind of good. But yeah, that's about the best gossip I have. I don't think there's anything else. Unless you want to know something more specific.
I mean, there's nothing you know about, the Mortiferum, right?
The dead guy?
Yeah, the dead guy.
Yeah, he's dead. I'm pretty sure the church party are just looking for him because they need something to make them popular again.
I see.
People don't exactly entirely support the decision to jail the Renovamen heroes, and that's why people have called it missing, because, well, the prison in Renovamen has just completely been destroyed. So now we've had to send all criminals offshore to Consortia.
Everyone is just looking at Concordia and Ford like, what the fuck have you two done?
Well, let's just hope the heroes are A-okay and safe.
Let's just hope they're okay.
I do hope so, yes. I mean, they tend to change crew a lot, so who knows? Maybe they've just been running around under a different name, but...
Fucking running gag.
Imagine that. Concordia is like returning a little look that would just give you a little like.
Anyway, what kind of drugs you got?
Lord.
I've got...
I'll be right back, hang on.
I can brew up some healing potions with them. I've got mana flowers to make mana potions. I also have mind controlling flowers, but those are very potent. And you don't want to get a whiff of them. Because then the flower will get your... They get your scent and the flower controls you like a parasite. It's an incredibly dangerous flower, not to be confused with its cousin, the mortis mushroom, the green thing. If you inhale the spores, it zombifies you. That's not the same as what the mind-controlling flower does.
You had me completely fine in the first half. What the actual fuck? Anyway, potion.
Yes, I've got some.
Can I get, like, 3 normal healing potions?
The tiny ones? You sure you don't want one of greater? I mean, I've got a ton
Well,
of stuff.
how much is greater then?
We'll call it gold apiece.
Give me 5.
5? Lovely. He walks over
I
to...
went and stole some candy. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten any trick-or-treaters yet 'cause I'm fucking
Silly.
He walks
Nice.
over
I
to...
would,
Sorry, go on.
I would like it to be known that it feels like 29 degrees outside.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
it's getting cold out here.
Translate for me, I'm British.
That is lower than 1 degree.
2 degree?
Jesus.
It's like negative.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, like negative for Celsius.
It's been like really cold over here as well.
It's like negative
It is
3, I think.
Oh,
about negative 2 degrees.
hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
Hi, Cursive, thank you for the raid. Hello.
How are y'all surviving?
We do?
This is our every winter.
This is like winter. I get like
Yeah,
0
this is-
degrees half the
this is our
time.
winter.
You remember I'm British. We have extremely turbulent weather over here.
I get like, for you, it's like negative 30 something for me. And you're in like Celsius.
I was gonna say.
Oh, shucks.
As you ask
that
him for as you asked King Tutankhamun for 5 healing potions, you see as he shambles over to his coffin, reaches in what seems like way too deep for what he like did before he reached in deeper than you thought he was
He just
laying
fucking making
down
potions
on.
with his feet.
And sorry, that caught me really off guard. He reaches in and grabs like several big bottles of red, nice, vibrant, rosy liquid and shuffles over and holds them in his hand and, waits for you to hand him the money.
Alright, so it was 5. It's
Yeah.
5 altogether?
5 gold altogether.
Yeah, alright, I have that. Ford's just gonna like pull out his pouch, count out 5, and just hand it to him.
Alright, here, take these and I'll take the money. He hands you the potions and nabs the gold from his hand, and you see as he opens his chest to where you find a lack of a heart in place of a bag. This man's heart is his coin purse, and he puts the coins into this bag, and you see as instantly his old man-esque mannerisms stop as he stands up straighter. He is now he's gone from hunched over at about 6 feet to now at 6'2", standing up tall. His arms as limber as can be. He's not an old man anymore. Seemingly, the money has healed him? Question mark.
I'm not
You're
a young
entirely
man
sure.
anymore.
I'm a rich.
I'm not a young man.
old
I'm a rich man.
And you even hear as his voice changes as you do this. Do you need anything else, or?
You know what? I'm just gonna sit here and contemplate my life choices. Being
Well,
very old.
the door shuts soon, so you might wanna go on.
Yeah, let's get going.
Man,
Ford's
I'm
gonna just start
jello.
figuring out how
Hold
to
on.
put all this crap in here.
Edwin, what'd you say?
I said we might want to go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
All right. I'll be asleep. So get out.
I'll be asleep.
Sleep well.
He now walks over to his sarcophagus, pulling the lid over with ease instead of before where it rumbled seemingly from him punching it to get out. He pulls it over with ease, placing the lid over himself, and you hear a very muffled, as if he fell asleep instantly upon getting into his coffin.
If any of you bring this up ever again, I will not sleep ever again.
Bring what up ever again?
Thank you. Now, how am I carrying 5 of these?
You got a bag, right?
Yeah, the bag's gonna... Do you understand how, like, carrying things work?
I mean, yeah, I carried your ass through the war, didn't I?
I could just break one of these bottles right over your head and make you conk out here.
I mean, you know that's not how this works.
Ford's just gonna hand 2 of the potions to Evelyn and start walking.
Taking the other 3.
Yeah, because what's it called? Concordia can't use them.
Oh, yeah!
They are water bottles to Concordia.
They are literally water bottles.
Fair point.
Alright, so
Evelyn-
Mara, you get 2 greater healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Potions.
I gotta remember how to add them to my inventory.
If you press the plus on the bottom with the item stuff, and then you just write it down.
You're gonna save one for Lepori, right?
Well, yeah, I have 5, so...
Well, you have 3.
Well, yeah. But still 5 in total.
Well, no, everyone has 2, you have 3. Are you saying you have 5 or we have 5?
We, as a collective group.
Oh, I see. Then you would be right, 5.
We walking downstairs? Question.
Yes, we're walking.
Yeah.
As you make your way through the temple, or not the temple, the pyramid, and make your way out the front door, which is now open. That is what you all want to do, right? Question mark.
Yeah.
You want to get out of here?
wanna
You
get
step
out.
out. You step out into the beautiful sands of Ignaterra, Ignatera Desert. Sand upon sand dune lay before you. The sun is down. It's nighttime. It's very cold in this desert. In the distance, you can hear an almost faint music and see lights flashing in the air from a town nearby. And in the other direction, you can hear what sounds to be the banging and clanging of blacksmiths working late into the night. It's all very distant, of course, and the lights catch your most attention, but the crashing of waves behind you signifies that the shore is not far off from you. But you see as Sorsen is sitting on his knees, looking at something in his hands, and he just, judging from the way he's doing it, he looks almost distraught. At least that's what you can tell from behind, or from behind, yes. You can't make out any other kind of emotions from behind.
Alright. Well, seeing it as he is, you know, your friend, Evelyn, you want to go check on him?
I don't really know.
No? That's fine. I've let Ford do enough things today. I think probably gonna walk up to the source and try to get his attention.
Jesus.
Hey,
Roll
pal.
roll insight for me.
He's
Will
stopping.
do, boss. That is a 22.
It's not a look of distraught that you see on Sorsen's face as he reads what looks to be a very non-threatening piece of paper that was stuck onto the ground with a rock. The rock you can see lying in front of him. It's a look of fear as he reads a note that you can catch a glimpse of saying, "Hey, to whoever's friend was banging from the inside of the pyramid, I took your dragonborn friend to Manmatica for the night. He was just kind of staring into the distance and making weird hand gestures. I couldn't tell what he was trying to get across. Anyway, I took him to Manmatica, and he's resting there if you're willing to find him."
So what's gotten you all as you are?
I don't know where Shiro is. Sorry, God, if I'm worried about my coworker. Good lord.
Are you what are you, like someone who can't read?
I can read, yes, but I don't know if this is
Alright.
some kind of trap or some kind of... Okay, it's not it's probably not a trap. I mean, people might not be that nice. Okay.
No, you're saying people might not be that nice. Really?
As you say that, he looks up at you in an emotion that you know isn't something he shows a lot of time, of fear. I'm fucking stopping this music. I cannot with the fucking ads. Hold on. I have another song for this. Here it is. You see as he looks up at you with just a genuine fear. And because you rolled a good insight, not because he's fearful of what happened to Shiro, he's fearful because his muscle's gone. As a spellcaster, you don't usually learn a lot of more combat-y maneuvers. That's what he had Shiro for, and Shiro is no longer with him.
Sourcing all on his own now.
Yes, and I don't particularly like it. Look. He gets up very shakily and brushes himself off. Look, I don't know what happened to Shiro out there. I was stuck in the pyramid. I don't know what was going on. Look, just this once, and I know you all like him too. Just this once, would you help me with something? I promise you we have a mutual interest here. You all like the guy, right?
What is in it for us, exactly?
You make sure Shiro doesn't die and I fuck off for longer than normal? How's that sound?
I mean, there's 3 of us. There's one of you.
Right, and I'm not threatening you. I'm asking you for help.
Right, yeah, you're not threatening us. I'm threatening you.
With what?
I mean, we got a Ford. We got an Evelyn who doesn't seem to like you too much, considering recent times.
Look, my career choices are nothing to judge me off of. Look.
I think there are plenty to judge you off of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Oh, sorcerers aren't intelligent. I'll fucking... That's always the shit I'm hearing from people like you. Oh, let me guess, you're a wizard who's studied so many books. No hate to you, Ebwin, I get it, don't worry. But still, the people like that get on my nerves. You're not better than me because you read a couple books or two. Look, I just want to go get him, okay? He's not been the greatest, he's been under the weather and sick, and I have medicine right here. He pulls out a small purple vial. It's a nice lilac in color, and as you look into it, it almost hypnotizes you with the way it swirls, but he quickly puts it away. He needs a dose of this every day, or else I don't know what'll happen, but I don't want to find out. So please, would you all we just go to Medmatica, we make sure he's fine. I mean, I think that's where the note said he was. And then I fuck off for a little longer than normal. I won't bug you. I'll leave you to your devices. I have my own things going on in the background anyway. Turns out not doing your job kind of makes your boss mad. Regardless,
That's where my issue lies. Your boss.
Right, okay, I am a single man. I'm not gonna be able to kill a lich, even if you force me to.
I'm not telling you to kill a lich. All I need you to do is to get out of his service, stop working for the guy, and just make something of yourself that isn't this.
You see as Sorsen, as you say, I never, told you to kill a lich, you see his eyes go wide as he bites his top lip. He just accidentally gave himself away through all his denials, and he just realized this.
Good job, pal.
Man, Edwin's looking real hurt right now.
Look, you in the pyramid kept talking all this shit about you being older than me, right? Do you want to know the truth?
What?
Pal. Moniferum's a lich, right?
Yes, everybody knows that. Great observation.
He made undead people, right?
Where are you going with this?
You ever think the reason, I might be so old, the reason I know as much as I do, the reason I bring up the Wizard Coalition was because I was there when it all happened 1,000 odd years ago.
Okay. Nice. Way to flex it a little more, huh? I'm not getting into some age.
Don't exactly consider getting killed by, the big bad lich of Renovamen a flex exactly, but...
Oh, way to throw a pity party. Look, there's no need to bash in my intelligence and then bash in you're older. Look, I'm asking a simple question. Can you help me go get him and make sure he's not being held hostage? I mean, clearly that's what I would do. I would hold him hostage if someone was banging for him on the outside. Or you're going to leave me to do it alone?
You're not exactly in a position to bargain with us.
Again, I'm not. I'm asking. He looks to both Ebwin and Ford this time, seeing clearly Concordia is just going to keep going, Lamau, I'm older. Sorry.
Wants him to leave Mortiferum's service, man.
I know, I'm only messing with you.
Ebwin has at this point taken out the mass of hair that she had stuck in her bag earlier. And she's kind of like holding it in her hands, just kind of looking at it.
Sorsen?
And then glancing up at Sorsen, and then looking back down at it.
Please don't tell me you have clippings of my hair. That would be really gross, but kind of funny.
No, you dimwit. It was a present for you.
Oh. Sorry.
It's moss.
It's not moss, it's a wig.
Oh.
Now is not the time for it.
Genuinely thought it was moss.
Thank you. It's a nice thought. He doesn't reach out.
Yeah, no. continue. Go ahead.
He doesn't reach out to take it. He just kind of rubs his bald head almost in shame a bit as he realizes he's not been the greatest.
She's gonna look up at him. Will you leave his side?
He's rubbing his head and stuttering at this point. You know he normally isn't like this, and Ford and Concordia, you know he hasn't been like this in front of you. It's not... Look, I would love to. As much as I hate to say it, I would love to do that. He's been giving me such shit. He's already threatened to kill Shiro already and force me to have the whole cut for more pressure on me to kill you. But I'm in too deep. As much as I'd love to say yes, I can't without fearing for my life at this point.
Then come with us.
I can't do that either. I'm wanted in so many places here, and getting a boat off this island, that's a hell in a handbasket at the moment. With the return of Mortiferum coming around, there's no boats going in or out of Renovamen. Landlocked, really. It's not something I can just do. It's not something you could even protect me from. The things I've been told about, I've been threatened with, they're far beyond anything I want to deal with. I'm here to have my fun and make life not boring and make my gift of magic mean something. Even if it's something people see as vile or evil, it's something I take pride in. I know that sounds messed up, but it's something I cherish. My work is art. I mean, there are some real bad people out on this planet, and other people want them dead. Even if they're bad themselves, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not such a horrible thing to do. That's the only reason I haven't fully dedicated to killing any of you yet. You haven't done anything to make that seem right. Even though you beat the shit out of me and Shiro, and I've definitely had it coming. I mean, I did horribly injure the rabbit, but
You're the one who did that to Lapori.
I suppose you heard, but yes, that was not my best moment. I was caught in the moment, not exactly thinking, and it was a horrible explosion.
What happened to you, Eric?
I got bored. I got bored of sitting around being made fun of for not being smart enough to pick up a scroll and cast a spell from it. I got bored of not being able to fireball some asshole who's stabbing someone on the street. I got bored of not being able to use what I had in any meaningful way.
Who cares about that?
I do! I've been given a gift!
Well, maybe you're caring in the wrong way.
What else do you suggest I do with it? It's not a blessing from a god or an oath I've taken up. I can't heal the world with it in any better way than killing. Even with this stupid...
You told me earlier that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere without you teaching me spells. And frankly, I will kill Mortiferum with or without your help.
I didn't mean that. In truth, you're... He struggles to say this next sentence a bit. Better than me. I lord that over in my head. I think constantly about it. I feel like I'll never be better than you, and it surprised me when thinking about when we first met how you You were never like any of the other ones. You never talked down to me for being a sorcerer or never called me the magic rich kid of the school. You were better than me, and yet you still took the time to be friends with me. So when I was able to teach you that,
Well, when you have no one else, you find friends with people who also don't have anyone else.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. It's all a mess right now.
I might not be better than you at magic, but I'm definitely better at you in mortals. And Ebwin is gonna take the wig and like throw it out like towards behind her and then cast firebolt on it. And burn it.
Sorsen doesn't do anything about this. He simply watches as this occurs, and as he does this, you see the face that he'd been pulling, a face of the normal Sorsen face of a grimacing smile of pure joy and evil in his work, or not evil, but pure joy in his evil work, and the act that he'd been putting on drops, and he just kind of looks at you, Ebwin, and with a snap of his fingers, he's gone, having Misty stepped away, and you could see within a distance him walking toward Manmatica alone, without anyone. And not in his normal... He's not making his normal stride for those familiar with the character of Sorsen. The strides of confidence and pompousness as he waltzes into any situation thinking he knows best. He's walking, for lack of a better term, like a normal person who's realized he's fucked up and is very sad about it.
Well, let's just hope he makes it there safe.
We have to stop Morfair.
You don't say. Well, it's the middle of the night. We're getting nowhere standing here freezing to death. Well, you two. I'll be fine. Shouldn't we make our way over to Manmatica too? And get a place to rest?
I mean, go to my house.
Excuse me, Ford.
I used to live in Ignatera.
We're how far away from Inglaterra right now?
Oh, sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
Yeah, how would I know that?
Ford, you judge by the sound of the banging of metal. Something you've become familiar with is Ignatera is a primarily blacksmithing town because the sandstorms that pass through there typically originate there and burn so hot that they can melt metal, thusly why its smithing business has boomed. And judging by the lights of Manmatica is further in the distance. It's farther away. You aren't going to get there anytime soon, and catching up with Sorsen, you could, but it'd take a minute. Ignatera's closer, to give you the simple answer.
Well, if we're content with just letting the little rascal go free for now, sure, Ford,
I
let's
think it's best.
head home.
Shit, I clicked the wrong
Are you gonna show us the way, or do we have to figure this out ourselves?
No, I will show you the way. Give me a moment.
Evelyn is just kind of looking back at the like pile of ash that is just left from the wig she has just burnt, and trying really hard not to cry.
You gonna be okay, kiddo? You can say no.
I don't really know. Sorcery
Yeah.
was the one person I had when I was growing up. Through my teenage years. I don't know.
It's a shame what happened to him, but
He wasn't like this. He wasn't angry like this. Something had to happen.
that bastard is working for the sole reason everything in this nightmare world has transpired as it has, but if there's a way that we can save him instead of just outright killing him, we'll work towards that, okay?
Okay.
We'll try our best. I can't promise anything, but we'll certainly try.
Alright.
You said...
Let's just go, please.
Alright. Lead the way, redhead.
I don't know where we're going.
No, Ford. Look at his head.
Oh.
His head is red.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
oh.
Wait.
I was gonna say my hair's more of a maroon, but
I don't think Maroon Head is sticking around as a nickname, I'll be real with you.
Why are we giving nicknames?
I just think Abby is endearing. That's true. We got Abby, we got Redhead. That'll do for now.
Thanks. I
No,
don't
you're
get an
welcome,
actual
pal.
name. I just get a appearance.
Describes you quite well.
Are we making our way towards Ignatera?
We're making our way downtown.
Walking
Working
fast?
our way downtown.
Yeah.
I'm homebound.
We actually are. We actually are homebound.
We are homebound. My homebound.
Thinking about Lepori, like, and I need you. And I miss
I
you.
miss you.
Before he's gone
Now
off on
I
a self-improvement journey. It's
wonder
okay.
if I could
Alright.
fall
You all
into the sky.
You all
Okay.
make your way across several feet of desert, blowing within the wind. You feel the desert winds of the night whisk past you, and as you are walking along the desert sands, you come across what looks to be a body. It's about 20 feet from you, lying in the sand. Blood trails from a direction, seemingly in front. It's dragging from about 5 feet away from the body. Seemingly, whatever did happen to it, it was dragged across this 5 feet with the blood being dragged across the sand, almost being blown away with the wind. But you see 3 little, what look to be almost naked cats eating this body. The body is robed. It looks as if though this man was just some wizard, as his quarterstaff lays next to him. Some of the cats are gnawing at his arm. One of them's just eating his brain, straight up eating his brain. These cats severely fucked up whoever this was and have eaten him. You're about 20 feet and they haven't noticed you. Everybody who sees the cats, nature check, please. I'd like a nature check. Smile.
Just nature?
Yeah.
Nature, just nature.
No.
That's great.
I'm in a fishing minigame. Okay, there we go.
I'm also an memento. I'm currently putting my dog in his bed.
Nature. That's an 11.
11. All right.
That's
What
a
the
9.
The fuck is my nature mod? Hold up.
9 from 4.
What is my nature mod? I have a +5. I'm a genius. This is 16.
16. Ford, you've got no fucking clue what these cats are. Someone's like
Yeah,
ugly
I
ass
thought so.
fucking cats got out somehow, and they're eating this guy. These are some feral
the
fucking
cat.
cats. These are some feral fucking cats that are getting out. Edwin and Concordia, as spellcasters, you would learn at least some point in your lives about the nasty little creatures known as Gramishkas, eaters of magic and spellcasters' flesh. 3 Grimishkas are what are eating this man's body, clearly having consumed the magical energy that once was lying within him. However, they look to be feasting more upon the flesh, as wizards to Grimishkas are less potent, less filling, due to them not having innate magic, but rather residue from magic they have casted before. So, clearly these ones are trying to fill up a little more on flesh than they are on, well, magic. You surmise that this may give you a chance to get around them, as they'll probably be more focused on eating.
Let's just walk a wide circle around them and not disturb them.
That
Make sure
works
we're
for me.
quiet about it, too.
I don't like
Yes.
cats that much.
I don't know if I like cats after this. Alright, make a stealth check as a group to get around them, please.
Oh, great. I have
Pretty sure.
disadvantage.
Yeah, because you've got heavy armor.
Oh, great. How fun.
I rolled a 16.
Ooh,
Great.
That's 1 success.
17.
That's 2 successes. Ford,
I got a 17. I got a 19 and a 16.
Oh, damn. Okay, you all succeed. Surpassing all odds, you somehow move
For
with
me.
that clanking. Surpassing all odds for Ford, because that armor clanks with every step he takes. You all
Every step.
sneak around the Grimishkas as they feast upon this corpse, and eventually, after traveling a little more, you make your way to the town of Ignatera, which I need to grab from my maps folder because I didn't remember. Yeah, those are words. Those are words that are in the word thing. Uh-huh. Let me go. Let me bring this down and then get the token in the correct spot. Ignatera is quiet at night due to the fact that let me go back on that. Ignatera is a little quieter than a normal town at night. You know, nobody's bustling around the streets, heading to a bunch of stores and whatnot. They're all asleep. However, you can hear from within one building that seems to have a big hammer on the top of it, like a sort of set piece. Several amounts of banging and clanging within this room as several bowls. So there are a few bowls outside the outside of the building. It's labeled Blacksmith Convention on the map, that are lying there with metal within them, seemingly having been laid out here to cool in the night. In the night cold air. Ford, you feel at home in this place. Kind of. The houses, some you recognize their special blends of metal that can resist the heat of the Ignatera sandstorms that you became accustomed to. The town hall looks repaired, but still similar to how it looked previously when you lived in this place. However, all of the stores have changed. You can't remember anything about these stores. And as you walk near the city walls, you see a lone house that seems kind of banged and dinged up outside of the walls that looks eerily similar to your house. Anyhow, the construction of buildings in Manmatica revolve around a lot of sandstone and a lack of glass. Lots of houses just have holes in the walls if they have any kinds of windows. As you could see, the walls of Ignatera are large glass spires that seem to have been blown around the town. And you can even see among these glass spires right above the town hall an almost bubble that encases the town, which you can assume is to protect a little more from the heat of the Ignatera Desert. It's pretty bad in the Ignatera Desert, if you recall, Ford, the sandstorms that would form and whip around Ignatera. You remember leaving bowls outside and sitting in your house with your family as your metal would be heated for the day, letting you save money on fuel for the forge. That's why it's such a popular business around here. Finally, Ford, you think one last thought before I leave it to what you all will do, that you remember that Ignatera is known for its not only blacksmithing business and trade, but also its magical weapon business and trade. Wink, wink, you ask and shall receive.
You have
Regardless,
asked and you shall receive.
regardless, that's what lay within Ignatera that you can see. What would we all like to do?
Alright. Does anybody need to make a stop before we go to my house?
I think tonight's been long enough.
All right, and let's get moving. Ford's gonna start walking towards his house.
All
Or
right.
where he remembers it.
You walk out of the new Ignatera walls. You kind of have a little bit of an old man thought that back in my day we didn't have some magical glass spires. We just sat there and took that shit. As a tiefling, you were innately a little more resistant to the heat, so it didn't affect you as much. And as you say this, you do remember stories of humans traveling to Ignatera unprepared and melting. But that was years ago. Surely they're not as bad now.
Probably not.
Although you can't remember the last time you hadn't heard a story about a person melting within Ignatera that wasn't a little different than before and a little odd, you know? Let me grab the special map.
The special map.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just remembering us making this map. Oh god. Let me drag it down here real quick.
Oh, is this? Yes.
The one.
The one.
You all walk up to this dilapidated home outside of the Ignatera walls, and the striking thing, not just the blacksmith and massive hole, or the blacksmithing area outside and the massive hole next to it, but a large old statue of Ford sits in its front yard, a sword raised high into the air, wearing armor carved of stone. A horn, ironically, has fallen off of this statue and sits on the floor right above it. The sword looks to have a duller edge than normal. In fact, a lot of this house seems to not have been taken care of. There's weathering on the walls. There's wood that looks to have been sun-dried for what must be thousands of years. The place looks to have been, well, abandoned for a good better of a while.
It has been a long time. Ford's gonna start walking over to his door and starts opening it.
Edwin just like whistles at the statue. Like, oh man.
Yeah, Concordia's stifling a laugh at the statue.
Listen, maybe we will get a statue if you were lucky enough.
His
All
name
this
might not
lucky
be on the ballot this
Ford,
November.
as you say this and remember, you do remember the statue definitely wasn't something you put there. Seemingly, this is a new addition that has gotten old with time.
They really do well, even though, there wasn't many paintings of me.
And it captured your personality with it expertly.
Oh, F off. Do you want inside my home or not?
I mean,
Yes,
it would be nice.
please. I would be fucking dashing in, like going under Ford's arm and getting into the house.
Let me just check something on Concordia's character sheet real quick. Now that I'm back at my PC and I can do things like that.
Oh, gee, crazy.
Here we go. It's loading. It's loading. It was not loaded before the stream. Very sorry. All right, here we go. I do. Oh,
Yeah.
Just checking my spell sheet for something. Let me just check what goes under this spell. What can I do with this spell again?
While you're looking at that, Ford, Edwin, you're all heading in the house?
Yeah.
All right. Ford, you know what? You describe your house for me. It is your house, after all.
It is my house. This place is a fucking mess. Like, walking in, you can see that, like, the counters and stuff are very dusty and everything. Like, there's a big hunk of granite, like, right in the center of, like, the dining table. Like, there's a lot of cracked floors. There's a window that has, like, a piece of cracked glass in the corner of it that, like, nobody decided to fix. Well, you think they'd, keep it up a little bit better for a guy who saved... I wouldn't say saved. Kind of saved everyone.
As Ford is saying, Concordia rushes back inside, just waving off her hand as if she totally didn't catch the spell. Like, yeah, coin. Ford, why are you eating a rock?
I'm not. Why would you say I'm eating a rock?
I mean, look at the table. It's hardly a meal.
You're an asshole. You know that.
I do know that, yeah.
It's a wheel of cheese, but it's so old. It's
Wait, I just called
gray.
it a rock. It's just a rock.
Okay, all right. I thought it was still a cheese. Never mind. My bad. Continue with your house.
It's hard as a rock. It's now a rock at this rate.
Yeah, fair enough.
Edwin is like haphazardly walking around the table to avoid the stench of this cheese, which is probably awful. And going to like the broken window and like looking at the cracks in it.
It's seemingly this edition of glass was made in a much more older era. It seems it's now been cracked by the power of time, and maybe a couple of searing hot sandstorms, which you can judge by the fact that the cracks kind of melted together a bit from the sandstorms. Seemingly, if anything, the sandstorms have gotten hotter. Or at least, that's what you can judge from what you've heard of Ignaterra and what you're seeing now.
When I, said we should find a place to settle down for the night, I wasn't exactly envisioning something of this caliber.
Listen,
It'll be fine.
my bedroom seems perfectly intact.
Does it?
I walked into it, but it seems fine.
You do you, boss.
As like Ford walks into his bedroom, which is the one in the top right, he notices two things. His bed is surprisingly clean, and there's a pair of daggers on his side table.
I will take this over. These daggers are of copper and steel, and they seem to be magical in nature. Almost, you can feel that they are as soon as you walk into the room. And a little note that sits right by them states, even though it's tattered and broken from time, somehow preserved in this room like a time capsule. Ford, you can make out in Infernal, "I love you, Dad," Pyra.
Ford, upon just picking up the note, he doesn't know how to feel. He goes to the corner of the room, and he picks up his pot, which he used just to keep water and such, and he goes over to that window, and he just chucks it right through.
Is there a window in the bedroom?
In the other room, in the main room.
The
where
one
everybody
Edwin's
else is.
looking out that
Yep.
points to the statue? Alright. Athletics check for me. You're running with this and then chucking it out the window. I need an athletics check.
Oh, crap, just stay. That's gonna be 25.
You, in almost a fit of anger, Edwin, you see Ford coming with this pot as you I don't want to say what I was gonna say. You spin with this thing and chuck it out the damn window. It shatters against the statue in the front, and you see as it breaks in half a bit. Not fully. It cracks because of the force you've thrown this pot out of the window that shatters as well into the statue. But it's out the window and you cracked your statue. Lots of glass is now on the floor and outside.
Edwin has shielded herself from the glass shattering, and then just kind of looks at Ford and goes, "What the hell was that about?"
Good night. And Ford just walks back into his bedroom and closes the door.
Damn, okay. Let's get you. Sorry.
Well, he doesn't seem too talkative.
Just got back from the Domino Revival movie. I'm on the floor.
Yeah, 'cause you just got back from the
Domino Revival.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah,
Shut up!
that's what he just got back from. That's why he's not
See,
talkative.
Edwin, I don't know if you know, but Ford just got back from the
Shut up!
Revival
Shut,
movie.
no! Shut up! Shut up!
Well, I guess it's just us two for now. Don't know what's up with him.
Everyone's gonna go back outside, right? To where the statue is.
Mm-hmm.
And Concordia can either follow or, like, watch through the window, whatever.
Oh shit, she's definitely being nosy.
Okay. And everyone wants to go up and, like, take... From where the pot had hit the statue and, like, broke it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Edwin wants to touch that and cast Mending on it.
Alright, the cracks seal themselves, almost as if you are healing a humanoid with this, and the cracks seal themselves and fully remend themselves.
And then she's going to find any crack she can and cast Mending on it.
Over time, as you cast several mending cantrips, the cracks in the statue that weathered it and made it old looking begin to seal up as the stone becomes mended again. After a while, you've reached all the cracks, which seem to be more lower, and if they were higher, the cantrips seem to have fixed it from below, but all that you really have left now is the horn on the ground and the cracked stone above that seems to have, well, been left there from its...
Here's a question. If this statue has now been repaired to its fullest,
Not
can
fullest.
Concordia, well, to her idea of the fullest,
Okay.
can she look around the thing to see if there's any kind of signature by like an artist that might have made this?
You see going around the front as the statue... Hold on.
Nope.
Marmar,
Oh.
it's okay, puppy. No one's
Mark.
out there. It's okay! I might have to take him out in a couple minutes.
Marley is trying
It's
to hide the truth from
okay.
us.
It's okay. No one's
He's
there.
been hiding the truth.
You're fine.
Keep hiding it.
It was Marley that made
We
the
might
statue,
take a
wasn't
break
it?
in a second so I can go take him out. I'll finish like this, but then I'll go take him out real quick. You see as you look upon the front of the statue, no artist signature, but you see on the front a small inscription, to Ignatera's greatest hero, Ford. With that, I'm gonna go walk my dog around the yard real quick so he calms down and can go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Converse amongst yourselves until I return.
Conversing.
Fucker got a statue?
I got a lot more than a statue, buddy.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you have any idea what that little fit of rage was about?
Well, back in the day, 40 wasn't exactly someone that talked about their personal life a ton. Chances are he's found something at home that's reminded him of something that upset him. It's hard to say. He was secretive like that. He'll be fine. He's tougher than he looks, and that's saying something because he looks fucking tough. He'll be fine.
I think I'm just worried.
Yeah. He's survived worse. At least to my knowledge. So hey, Abby, tell me about yourself. What's your, take on everything so far?
What do you mean about the Morpherum stuff?
Well, yeah, that, and, you know, Sarson and his whole deal. We don't have to talk about that side of things, of course. Just trying to fill out the silence.
Well, I don't know. I guess I mean, I knew that it would be a good idea to stop Mortiferum anyways, knowing what you have told me about them being back, but... Well, especially now, I'd like to put an end to this tirade.
You and me both, kiddo, you and me both. By the way, on the topic of the whole Sorsen thing, if I were you, I would lay off the lightning bolts and the fireballs when Lapori gets back.
I mean, the firebolt as well?
Well, actually, less of the firebolt, the lightning
Just
bolt.
the lightning bolt.
Tara Durant is
Yeah.
a former teacher,
Oh
breast
no.
cancer survivor.
Oh no.
Tara does not
Oh no.
support an abortion
Oh
ban.
no.
Tara Durant is a champion
Oh
for
no.
women and children.
What you don't understand,
Keep talking.
Edwin,
Oh no.
Oh no.
is
Keep talking, guys, keep talking.
This whole thing was sponsored by the people trying to talk behind us now, but we're not gonna let that happen. No, we're gonna save the day. Not from some evil lich guy, but from the music bot doxing RTM. Hey, Edwin, you have any good jokes?
There we go.
We're back. Never mind. Fuck jokes. Let's keep talking lore. Yeah, I'd lay off the lightning bolts around Lapori for now.
I guess I don't really have a lot of other good spells, but I can do that.
Gee, if only there were some other wizards that you know that could teach you spells, show your spell book, and maybe you could show your spell book, and maybe we could share spells. And she's like doing the whole like eyebrow raise every time she finishes a little thought. Just like
I mean,
hey,
we could. Like I said, I don't know too much. You're probably a lot more knowledgeable than I am.
well, yeah, you know, just 1,000+ years kind of teaches you.
I've realized I've
gives
slipped
you a lot
into
of
the
time.
wrong voice again.
Well, who are you? That's crazy.
Doing great. No, I just I don't know. I'm sure you probably know things better than I do.
I mean, look, I'm old, but I did take a big time off the whole magic thing for a while. A lot of just wallowing in misery for a few hundred years kind of set me a little bit back on the magic I used to know. The kind of magic I used to know is far beyond what I can do now. You want an example?
Sorry?
I said, you want an example?
Sure.
How much do you know, or I guess knew now it's gone, but you ever hear about the Eversnow?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, not that you have to believe me, of course. This is all just word of mouth trust, but I kind of know the person that put that spell there in the first place.
You... Huh.
A good 1,000 years ago, that was. Kind of happy it's been put out of commission now. I didn't exactly enjoy the fact it stuck around.
Why didn't you do anything about it sooner?
Well, I didn't really have much time after casting it, because about a handful of seconds after I cast it, I was no longer what you would call alive.
Well, right, but I mean, like, when you came back.
At that point, it was out of my control. There was a brief window of time between my first death where my mind wasn't exactly mine to control. You know, he made people undead and he used them. I wasn't immune to that. Not at the time.
Oh.
it went on too long, and by the time I had my own ability to think, it was way out of my control. Far too big for me to stop. So yeah, there's a little peek into my history of fun stuff.
Yours sounds a lot more exciting than mine.
Exciting's a word you could use for it. Looking back, I cast that spell in the first place to try and save all my friends from certain death, and it certainly didn't save all of them.
No, but you were a war hero, Concordia. It's more than I can ever say about myself.
It would be nice if other people could see it that way, but that's not how they did. Coming out of the tail end of the war as an undead with, eyewitness accounts of me working for the bastard did not do well for my reputation. And I knew the truth of what happened before Mortiferum disappeared, and despite my insistence on things, the Coalition refused to see it my way. And they also refused to make sure I could get word out about it. So no, I was not seen as a war hero. I was seen as the enemy. Which was nice, devoting my life to stop the guy, only to get killed by him, turned by him. And when all was said and done, I had nothing left to go back to.
If he brought you back, what happens when he's gone, Concordia?
You are not meant to ask this question this soon. I was hoping you'd wait a little longer or just not ask at all, but I can't exactly dodge the bullet now, huh?
I'm Joel Griffin. The only
Fuck!
I am Joe Griffin.
Sorry, how many
No.
times did it happen? Oh god.
It happened one other time.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
We just kept talking over
We
it.
just vamped over. It's fine. Where was I? Back in character. Sad. Yeah, you weren't meant to be asking that this soon, but not every undead remained functional and operational after Mortiferum left. A lot of them just kind of sank back into the swamps, and that was that, but not little old me. Through just sheer emotion alone, I managed to come back. I died the first time by Mortiferum's hand. I died the second time by... Anyway, and after that, it was all of my just pent-up hatred from everything. For Mortiferum, for how things went, for losing everyone. I wanted nothing more than to just come back and finish the job, and, well, that's kind of how it worked out. But that means I can't exactly go until the job's done. And once it is, I don't get a choice if I can stay.
Do the others know about this?
Oh no, they're clueless for the most part. I wasn't planning on telling anyone, quite frankly. I don't want a decision to happen. I don't want one of you to be in a position where you can kill the guy and you have to think about what it'll do to me. It shouldn't matter what it does to me. I didn't want that weighing on anyone.
I can understand that.
But hey, you know, it's like Ford says, I'm an asshole, right? Once you
You're
deal
not an
with
asshole.
once you deal with Mortiferum, you won't have to deal with me anymore either.
You're not an asshole, Concordia. You are someone who has lived through hell and back, and you've been alive for way too long. That time does horrible things to a person. I can only imagine.
I remember a little time after it all happened, coming back into the world once finally the Wizard Coalition let go of their little delusion and let me go and live what life I had left. I mean, I knew he was still out there, but there was nothing I could do about it. Not on my own. I just tried forgetting about it for a while. Get lost in the mortal vices. Hell, I tried my hand at romance for a bit. Kinda sucks getting to know someone, forming a connection, only to watch them slip away from you. There's no way that could have ever lasted. I stopped trying after a while. There's just no point. Not much point in anything, really. I mean, I tried plenty of times to end it. Tried so many times, but no matter how often I tried and told myself that I wanted to finally let go, fate just kept pulling me back. It sucks. But we're nearing
You're
the
ready
end
to
soon.
go, aren't you? Is that what
been
you
ready.
want?
I've been ready to go for like 1,000 years, Edwin.
Then for your sake, Concordia, I won't tell anyone, and I won't hesitate.
No, that's good. I'll trust you'll keep your promises. Well, that sucked way more than I wanted it to.
I mean, it wasn't exactly fun to hear either.
Well, at least I got the tone I was going for. Little victories, I suppose.
You're something else, that's for sure.
I think it's time we turn in for the night.
Right.
DM, it's sleepy time.
Guess we'll go find somewhere to go.
Where, as you all walk back into the house, where do you all choose to sleep? There's another room off to the side, a table, a weird-looking carpet, but other than that, the only other places you have to sleep are the floor. Or a chair.
I mean, we can scope out the other room, right? If Fort's gonna get mad, I'll just take the blame for it.
Vote Leonard Lacey.
Fuck!
7 years into the
Sorry. I'm gonna go shut my door real quick.
I suddenly feel the auspicious urge to vote.
Fuck off.
Everyone, let's put off sleeping. Let's go vote. Two girlies on the town voting.
Sorry, where are we headed?
to the room. Below the Ford's room.
Alright, walking into the other room. Let me get the tokens in the right place. You walk into this room and see rubble having just crushed the bed. The bed just looks destroyed by rubble that seems to have fallen upon the wall. There are bookshelves on the wall that have gotten emptier with time. Only a few dusty books with words that are nearly illegible are remaining. But right next to the bed, yes, Ford, I'm getting to it. Right next to the bed looks to be a warhammer. Concordia, immediately upon seeing it, you see the infernal words carved into it, and it looks to be that of a magical variety, but other than that, you can't discern anything else about it.
Concordia is like immediately throwing her hand out before Edwin to stop her from coming. She's like, Edwin, be very careful.
All right.
There's
Wait.
rocks over there.
Oh my god. Everyone's shoving past Concordia with shaking her head to go look at this warhammer.
Do you understand Infernal, Edwin?
Do I? That's a good question. Will look?
I can look too.
I do not.
There's strange infernal words written on this hammer. You can recognize it is infernal, but not make out any sort of meaning. It's a hammer, indeed. Other than that, you can tell it's magical. Like, Concordia has this innate, or has this sense of, you know, you had to get a little closer to sense it, but you could sense it's a magical weapon, but you're not sure how.
Guessing you can't read Infernal, huh?
No, not what I've studied yet.
Right, let me do some translation for you. I believe it says... Zombie, what does it say?
The word
I can answer that question.
You want to answer that question? You answer that question, Ford.
The word is clash.
Just that
Clash.
whole string? Just the word clash?
Just the word clash.
I see. It does in fact say clash.
Well, that's helpful.
It sure is. It seems like the kind of thing Ford would have, to be fair. Remind him of what to do with it. Shall we keep having a mooch around? Our host isn't exactly eager to stop us.
Hang on, I just got a fucking phone call.
Okay.
Phone call time. You don't know if Ford's even awake or not.
Concordia, frankly, does not care.
Frankly, does not care. Just wants to see what the hell he's.
What's
got in
Ford
his
gonna
house.
do to Concordia anyway?
There are many answers to that question that we
They're
could get into.
Besties, and she's immortal, and they're besties.
They're besties, but she's also immortal. They're besties.
So frankly, what could you do to her, I guess, is the bigger question.
Infinite torment.
Infinite torment? Who is she? Ford?
What?
Who also went to infinite torment? Nah, she limited torment. He woke up eventually.
My dad has decided to give me hourly updates from the Halloween trick-or-treaters. That's great.
That's
Lovely,
good.
lovely.
Anyways, sorry. What was the question?
Do you want to take a look around, see what else we can find?
Why not?
I like your style. Let's go.
Where are we looking?
Do you have anywhere in mind you would like to go, Edwin?
There was another room off to the right, wasn't there?
There sure was.
Looking in the, well, it's not a room, it's outside, but you
It's
wanna look
outside.
out.
Is it
Like
outside?
a patio.
Yeah.
Well, there was a door, so we're gonna go to the door.
Yeah. Making your way out this door, you see clearly what was once Ford's workstation and shop. A large counter sits right at the end of the patio, seemingly where Ford would maybe take orders or sell his wares. Several armor sets lie up at the top of this patio, almost all on display. None of them are magical, of course. There's a set of plate armor and then chainmail off to the side. A little cat sleeps by the chainmail set on the left, just kind of on the ground, seemingly there just to kind of hang out. You know, he's just being a cat, doing his cat
Is the
best.
cat alive?
Yes, it's alive. It's just asleep.
Yeah, it's living. We wouldn't do that to you.
Is their name Sith?
No, it's an orange tabby cat that kind of
Nondisclosed.
blends in with the sand a little bit.
I see.
There's several racks of swords and long swords that have long rusted and chipped away over time. Spears that stand over on the other side on racks, seemingly ready for battle, yet rusted and withered. The only things that really don't seem damaged in this room is a large crucible in the middle of the room, burning just a tinge, not fully burning as the map depicts it, and an anvil sitting right next to it, seemingly unused in its years of disservice, having rusted like all the weapons in this room.
Oh, curious. Well, this
Not
kind
exactly, not exactly something for us to sleep.
No, not really.
One last...
Should we...
Sorry, can I...
Oh, go ahead.
One last thing to mention is that by the counter, there's a massive hole that kinda...
It won't fucking do it.
It's a little
Deep
gross smelling. Doesn't smell the greatest.
I hate you with a brain
As soon as I
passion.
walked into
No!
Magic Kingdom, I said,
The car,
As
the
soon
car.
as I walked in.
As soon as I walked in. Sorry, continue with what you all were saying.
Should we go check on Ford?
Do you want to check on Ford?
I mean, I would be content just walking around his house and casting mending on everything, but...
I mean, hey, gotta have a hobby, right? If that's what you want to do.
Would be a nice surprise.
Might cheer him up, hard to say.
It might.
Let me just check. Does Concordia have mending? She does not. How quick could a wizard learn a cantrip from another wizard?
Since it's a cantrip and
think
you're an
it's-
experienced wizard, an hour. You're both experienced, I mean.
I mean, if you want to patch this place up, if you want to take an hour to teach me how to do it, we could speed things up.
Sure.
Alright, it's spell learning time, I suppose.
Edwin, I will leave it to you how you teach Concordia to cast mending, unless you want me to.
You do it. I don't
Alright,
fucking know.
fair enough. Over the course of an hour, Concordia, you get familiar with the casting of mending, how to speak the incantations in order to conjure it, how it works, the ins and outs. There's a little time for that, as it doesn't take the whole hour to do it. It's just some useful info you learn about it, how it can be used, why it's so useful, and eventually, at the end of this hour, while Ford just sits in his room, probably actually asleep now, if he wasn't before, you learn the cantrip of mending.
Sweet. Thank you very much for teaching me, Edwin.
Of course. Let's get to work to fix whatever we can.
Yeah, let's
and
get
probably
this place mended.
dust and clean and all the other things.
I'll leave that to you.
I can do that.
Do you wanna spend your long rest cleaning and repairing Ford's house?
Edwin will. Concordia doesn't have to, but Edwin will stay up and do it.
Nah, girls need a hobby. She'll do it too.
All right. Do we want to take a long rest or a short rest? Which one do we want?
How long do we need?
You
On
could
the
get
full
it.
turn.
You could get it done in a short rest, but the night wouldn't. Well, actually, no. It is night. It would be night by this point.
Yeah, we're just doing long rest, I guess.
Hold on, that time is wrong. It's supposed to be.
We just like finished tidying up. Ford wakes up. It's like Edwin and Concord just passed out on the floor.
All right. You all rest in different ways through the night. Some of you sleep, some of you clean and repair the home. Make me an athletics check actually real quick, because there's rubble. I imagine you'd want to clear that out of the house.
Every time it comes up, by the way, it's oh no, rubble.
Oh no, rubble.
Watch out.
Get in athletics. Fuck you guys.
I don't know what this means, but
Do you
Yeah,
remember the first...
that was a critical failure.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I rolled a 1, and I have a +0.
Edwin,
Hold on, where's my sheet?
after Concordia, you tell me your roll after I tell you this. Edwin, trying to pull some of the bigger chunks of rubble out of the house, you horribly loosen your grip, grab a metal pole off of the infrastructure of the house, smack yourself in the face with it, and take 6 bludgeoning damage from it. It hurts like a bitch, and you will not regain this health when you're done with this rest.
Yeah, no, I figured. I'm not
Did
reading
it
anything
drop?
after this rest.
What?
Athletic.
Did the pole drop?
No, it just smacked, Edwin in the face. Probably would have heard the smack and the hurting like a bitch. Concordia?
Everyone get ready for some wonderful karma about all the rubble jokes. I got a nat 1.
You see
You
Edwin
are
smack
all
themselves.
fucking
You see
terrible,
Edwin
dude.
smack themselves in the face with the pole and go over to check on them. But the loosened rubble sits below your feet, and in the dark of the night, you cannot see this rubble. You trip and fall flat on your face, taking 2 bludgeoning damage as you just
In the dark
fall.
of the night, motherfucker, I have dark vision.
Okay, well, it wasn't there before. It's there now.
But it's lightly obscured.
Shut up. It's lightly
She's just
obscured.
stupid.
Yeah, she's just dumb and trips and falls flat on her face after trying to
At
go
this
check
point-
on Edwin.
Ford has been awake, by the way, everyone. He's been awake this entire time.
Coward.
He's not a coward. He just cannot sleep. He hears rubble once again being moved in his own home. He puts the 2 daggers on his you know how you see most people just hide daggers in their shoes?
Honestly, no.
You've never seen that? Where people just hide a knife in their shoe?
No.
Or in their...
Okay,
guess the joke's over last on you.
I kind of get a little bit, yeah.
Pretty sure
Have we ever seen that bit?
you fought people
Yeah.
who've done this before. I'm pretty sure you've fought and seen people do this. Hide them in their shoes and leg pockets.
Okay, yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
Ford, I think... Because Ford does not want to get these seeping... Because he can tell what these are made of and what they do after taking some time to look at them. Ford does not want the copper one to be near his foot, so he's just going to put both of them on his hips, sort of one on one side, one on the other, and walk out of the room.
Outside?
Yeah, outside.
Alright, yeah, you walk out into the desert, cold. It's still decently cold. I'll say about...
No, I think...
Oh, what?
Do you mean outside, or do you think into the room with Edwin and Concordia?
That's what I meant, yeah.
Oh,
To the room with Evelyn and
sorry, I
Concordia.
had spaced for a moment there. You walk out into the living room where the 2 of you are, where the 2 of them have fallen flat on their face and hit themselves with poles, sitting on the floor. Well, not willingly.
Yeah, Edwin's holding her forehead. You know that little anime thing where when one of those anime girls get hurt, they've got little tears in the corner of their eyes. Yeah, that's what.
I was gonna say, I thought you were about to say that big ass bump that they get.
No, she's just holding her head, and she's got tears pricking at the corner of her eyes.
I think you're gonna say owie zowie or some shit. Sorry, continue.
Do I need to ask what's going on?
Good morning to you too.
I've been awake this entire time. What are we
Of
doing?
course you have. Well, some of us
Try
are
to
not
do-
sleeping the whole time.
I try to do one nice thing.
Listen, I appreciate it. Truly do. Before he's gonna extend his hand, he's gonna because there's gloves on his plate mail that sort of just the plate gloves that people have.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking those off and he's putting them to the side on the little table. And he's extending his hand for Evelyn to just take so she can get up.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
Nice way
Evan
to
will,
show favorites, asshole.
Evan will take his.
You can get up on your own damn self. Listen, I appreciate it. I do. This is not my best moment.
No, maybe it's not, but I just. You were upset earlier, and I thought maybe it would cheer you up.
Listen, have a seat.
Everyone's just gonna plop back down on the ground, I guess.
I meant on the table.
I don't want to. Oh, wait,
When
did
you
we
sit on
remove the cheese
chairs,
wheel?
Ford. No, cheese wheel's still there.
Oh my god, you two.
We didn't get to that yet.
Ford is walking towards the cheese and just tucking it out of, like, into his forge or something.
Just chucking
Ford,
it
I
into
have
the
to
crucible.
know, what does the cheese smell like?
Awful. I mean, it's been there for 1,000
Where
years.
is-
Probably doesn't smell like anything anymore.
It probably smells like nothing anymore. It's
Yeah.
probably lost all smell. It's like blue cheese at this rate.
Yeah.
But except it's like not blue, it's like lapis lazuli blue. It's
Radiant.
literally lapis lazuli.
Damn.
Radiant blue.
It's just lapis lazuli blue. It's not actually lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli blue. It's just fully lapis lazuli blue. It's solid
aged
rock.
and been
It's
compressed
changed
over
it.
thousands of years. A solid diamond now.
Basically. He's just gonna throw that in the forge just so he doesn't have to look at it.
It cracks and breaks and eventually melts within the forge, releasing a disgusting smell kept inside its shell. While it didn't smell like anything on the outside, it was nasty on the inside. It pierces your nose as soon as you
Okay, I don't
start
have to
burning.
smell it as I'm going inside and closing the door.
You catch like a small whiff of it before getting back inside.
He's dry heaving as he gets in.
Nicely done, Ford. Nicely done.
Listen, you didn't have to smell it.
I mean, neither did you if you were just careful.
Do you want me to let? I'll let you out. I'll let you sleep outside if you want.
Hey, don't show Concordia. She helped too.
She like finger guns towards Ford.
You are okay. Just
am
have
okay.
a seat.
Oh, yeah, right, I'll do.
Oh yeah, Evelyn's gonna go over to the table like she had been asked previously, and just clamber on top of it.
Like, onto the table?
Yeah, she's on the table. She's sitting on the table.
Okay.
That's what
On the
she
table.
has to do. She's
Yeah,
sitting on the table.
that's true. Concordia is going to join her on the table, kicking her little legs off the side. Comfy table you got here, 40.
Ford is at his breaking point. He's picking up the both of them and plopping them in chairs. If I wasn't as experienced as I am with dealing with toddlers, this would be a lot harder.
What do you mean, dealing with toddlers, Ford? Never told us you had a family back then.
As Evelyn starts saying, like, we never knew you had a family, Ford places the two daggers on the table.
Evelyn, that was definitely Concordia, but you know.
Sorry, I had a moment. You know what I meant. Did you ever read the story of Romero and Julia when you were a kid?
Nope, I was kind of busy dealing with my own family issues to have luxury time for things like reading.
I
The
didn't
two...
know this growing up.
I'm talking to two wizards that didn't read, and yet the guy who did blacksmithing all his
I
right gets to
read
read
when
a
I got
romance
into
novel.
school, but I didn't exactly have the money for luxuries, Ford.
Yeah,
You didn't even get to read what... This is like
I
an
lived in a
entry-level book.
bog.
This is an entry-level book.
I lived in a bog. I didn't go to school until I was 16.
Well, guess not all of us are privileged.
No.
You're damn right.
I mean, I have a house. But
Gonna keep flexing all the things you do have that we don't now, or are you gonna get on
Listen.
with your point?
Romero and Julie is, to put it bluntly, is the story of two people who come from complete opposites, who fall in love.
I realize what this is. Fuck you.
Yeah, you know exactly what this is. And then, because they're not meant to be in a realistic standpoint because of family issues and whatever. It wasn't a good book, but you get the point. They died for each other.
Also, Romeo and Juliet was not an entry-level book.
No, I'm calling it no because Ford literally read that, like, it was one of his first books he read, and always talked about it because he always thought it was some like kiddie book because he never read anything past that.
Wow.
His parents were very demanding. But the point is, Romero and Julie, they were opposites. Well, they came from opposites.
Your point being?
My daughter, Pyra, she didn't really see eye to eye with me when she was growing up. She wanted to work as a wizard. I wanted her to keep the family business going because I didn't have anyone else.
I'll be back.
So, when the war started, I had told her that I wanted her to take over while I was gone. And she particularly didn't like it. She yelled at me, she called me names, and she walked away. But I had no choice. I had to go fight the war as soon as it started. And so I left the house to her with hopes that she would listen. Which one of you has the hammer, by the way?
None of us picked it up.
Okay, you didn't pick it up. You didn't take it. Okay. Because Ford would have commented on that. I had left her with the essentials, you know? I left her with enough material to start and enough weaponry to get her started. You know, I taught her when she was a kid, and I taught her until she was maybe 16, 17. I knew she was ready to take over the business. Hell, I even planned on doing it until I died.
Well, just because you trained her doesn't mean that was something she would want to do.
And I realized that.
I'm Joe
I had hoped that
only
after the war was over,
that won't let Virginia make abortion.
if we keep talking loudly, they won't hear it. Just keep talking loudly. Just keep talking loudly, guys. Keep talking loudly.
Volume is something I excel at, personally.
Alright, I think it stopped. There we go. I had planned to let her enroll into school after the war was over, so that way I at least knew that I could run the store by myself. It was my intention to let her go to school because I knew what she wanted, but life didn't really give me a choice. I can't just leave my own store just empty and open for looters. But of course.
I hate to interrupt you, Ford. As a child who wanted nothing more to do one thing and then to have her parent make her do another, It feels like you cared a lot more about your forge than you cared about your daughter.
I'm gonna
Go with
give you a
Edwin on
moment.
this one.
I'm gonna give you a moment to understand something. When you lose the love of your life because they didn't want to spend the rest of their life with you, and you didn't know how to raise a child, so you raised them the way that your parents did with you, does that truly make you a bad father or a bad mother? I certainly gave an effort to try. I cared about her a lot more than you may think. She was the light of my life. But
I'm sure
she
she
decided,
was. Ford,
she
maybe you can
decided,
understand from that child's standpoint what that feels like.
listen, let me get to the point. My daughter decided that the only way for her to learn was to enroll in the war herself. She was one of the first casualties, and I was only informed a week after. And to this day, I have wanted nothing more than to at least get something, get anything that says, I still love you, even after all that you had done, Dad. All the mistakes you had made because you didn't know what you were doing, because you weren't a good father, because you weren't qualified. But I still loved you. And so she made these. Romero and Julie. Fire and water.
You named the daggers.
She did.
Your daughter is a lot nicer than I am.
So, let me get this straight. You put her in the war, or she put herself in the war?
She put herself in the war. I didn't make that choice. I didn't get the choice.
Brave kid.
I know that you're probably looking down on me right now because I just have a feeling you are. So just be honest with me. Was I a bad father? And he's looking right at Evelyn.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, Ford.
I want you to tell me the truth.
Well, if we're sharing personal information. Look, my mother wanted nothing more for me than get to go to magic school. She wanted me to be able to go somewhere and be able to be taught things that she couldn't teach me. But it's not what I wanted. I wanted to stay with her. I understand where your daughter is coming from. But I also know that you did what you thought was best. I don't know if you are a bad father or not. But I do agree that your daughter had a right to be upset. I would have been upset. I mean, I was upset. I was that kid. I went through that. Your daughter is a lot kinder than I am because, well, I haven't spoken to my mother since.
Hey, sorry, I'm back again. Why is the heaven ambience
I'm in
He
heaven.
died.
Ford's in heaven right now.
I assume
Edwin
you all...
murdered him.
Damn. I assume you all wrapped up what you were
It was
doing,
cool.
though, right?
No.
No, we were
We're
Oh.
in progress.
Oh,
We're
okay.
in progress.
I'll shut up then. Continue.
I haven't spoken to my mother since she sent me to the magic school. However long ago it was. So, I don't blame your daughter. I don't know if that makes you a bad father. But with the resentment that I hold towards my mother, I would hate to think of the resentment she would have held towards you. But maybe those daggers can prove me otherwise.
She left me a little note. And he just kind of like puts it out of his pocket and just tosses it to Concordia because it's an infernal.
And what exactly does it say again?
It says, "I love you, Dad, Pyra."
I mean, 40, if you wanted an answer, I don't think you're getting one clearer than this. Like, reading comprehension, pal. Words are right there for you. I don't know what exactly more you want out of this.
I think I just want one less moment with her. Just to say I'm sorry.
I need this to be said, Ford. If you have any slight scheme to try bring her back, do not bring her back.
You think I'm some crazy man?
Yes, quite frankly, I do.
Just because I want to say goodbye to my own daughter does not make me crazy.
No, but I also know what desperate men can do in situations like yours.
Desperate men that had to kill their own friends?
Edwin is curling up into... Edwin's like pulling her knees up to her chest and like curling into a ball.
Look, Ford, just... That doesn't need to be brought up now. Just... Just don't. Unless, of course, there's anyone else you're referring to, which that's news to me if so, but can't say I'm exactly surprised either.
I'm gonna go clean up my forge and get my gear. You two can have whatever you want in the house.
Good to know, 40, good to know.
Ford's just standing up and walking away.
Well, that was a treat.
Evelyn is placing her forehead onto her knees and just sitting there in the fetal position.
Great.
Sorry, were you gonna say something?
It just seems everyone else is out of commission. Fantastic.
With that, it is a little late at night. My family's home, and also I don't want to go too far without Lapori uncontrollably not being able to be here.
I think this is a good point.
Yeah, I was also gonna say it. This also seems like a nice point to end at. I did kind of miss some things, but fill me in. We'll end
We'll fill
session.
you in.
We'll end session here for tonight. I don't have anyone I want to raid, so I'm gonna send everybody from here to Dash Ducks. You all have a good night, and chat. I will see you all Friday for the
stream.
spooky one verse. And I send everyone.
Is one verse spooky?
Yeah, this week.